Hello, in this video, we are going to talk about volume measurements, specifically using the volume displacement method. So let's talk about volume measurements and this method. First, let's talk about volume. Volume is the amount of space occupied by a substance. Volume increases with more matter, and we call something like this an extensive property. There are many reasons why volume measurements are important. For example, if you're following a recipe to make solutions, you might need to know the volume of the solution you need to make. For example, if you're preparing a solution of salt dissolved in water. Or if you'd like to find the density of a substance, you need to record the volume of that substance. There are several ways to find the volume of an object. The most straightforward is using volume formulas. We can use formulas if the object is a regular object like the ones you see here, boxes, spheres, or cylinders, where you can measure the dimensions using a ruler and calculate using the appropriate formula. The formulas you see here are ones that you should be familiar with from previous classes. If not, it might be a good idea to write them down right now. Hint, hint. Scientists use graduated cylinders in the lab to measure the volume of liquids. Now, we've previously discussed reading the graduation marks of graduated cylinders, and we'll be utilizing that skill when we are finding volumes of liquids in future labs. If you need a refresher, I recommend going back to the video about graduated instruments. The volume displacement method is an important technique that we can use to find the volume of an object that can't be easily found using a formula. The way it works is by dropping the object into a container with a known volume of liquid. The idea is a liquid's volume is finite, but its shape is not. When an object is dropped, the liquid will shift to accommodate the additional volume, like so. The new total volume is the sum of the initial volume of the liquid plus the volume of the object that is displacing it. With some rearrangement, we can show that the volume of the object will be the total volume minus the initial volume of liquid. So, if we can take down recorded measurements of the initial volume of a liquid in a container, then the final volume or total volume of the liquid with a submerged object, we can find the volume of that object. What kind of glassware is appropriate for taking these measurements? It is our good friend, the graduated cylinder. In summary, volume measurements are one of the important measurements in science. The volume of regular objects can be found by recording their dimensions with a ruler and using the appropriate formula. The volume of irregular objects can be found using the volume displacement method. And don't forget that the graduated cylinder is a great piece of glassware to perform volume displacement techniques. All right, with that, thank you very much.